Hello, and welcome to my channel, where I mostly share my love of fragrance and enjoying my collection. In this video, I'll be setting up my September perfume and body care tray. Thank you so much for stopping by, and let's get started. I'm using a monthly fragrance tray to make sure that I try out new items I've picked up, as well as to help me rotate through the perfumes and body care in my collection. I'll still use other scents if I'm really craving something, but I'll try to focus mostly on the scents on the tray. Since we're moving into fall, I feel like reaching for sweet, woody scents with roses and dark fruits, with a few gourmands thrown in as well. I've been having some health issues, so I ended up skipping my August tray, and I'm a bit late for September. But fall is my favorite season, so I'm excited to pull out some fragrances that feel seasonally appropriate. Before I get into the new tray, I usually share a quick update on my favorite scents from the previous month's tray, but I stopped using my July tray a while back. Instead, I'll share a few of the scents that I found myself reaching for in August. For body care, I've been using Bath & Body Works' Everlasting Magic from the Halloween collection a lot. To me, it's sweet berries dusted with powdered sugar and a bit of a musky quality. I've also been enjoying Victoria's Secret's Velvet Petals Cashmere ever since I picked it up. It's a sweet, woody scent with a sugary, toasted quality, and it feels very cozy and warm. And for perfumes, my easy reach has been Zara's Velvet Shadow, which I did recently review. It's a really sweet, marshmallowy scent with touches of citrus and a soft underlying jasmine. I've been kind of obsessed with scents like this lately, and I mentioned on my Instagram that if you missed out on the Zara Barbie perfume, you can pair Velvet Shadow with Bath & Body Works Bubblegum Pop to get a similar scent. And now I'll go ahead and get into the September tray, and I'll link the two-tiered acrylic shelf that I'm using in the description box. Starting with Bath & Body Works Body Care, first I have Black Cherry Merlot, which has notes of dark cherry, black raspberry, and sumptuous Merlot. And this is a sweet, syrupy cherry scent with some dark berries and a bit of a boozy quality. The cherry is mixed with a dark raspberry, but I feel like the cherry is most prominent. There's also a bit of a boozy feel from the Merlot, but it's not overly alcoholic and it doesn't overpower the other notes. This scent is currently available, and I'm really excited to finally have it in my collection. Next is Bonfire Bash, with notes of vanilla bourbon, creamy sandalwood, and cashmere musk. And I have last year's body lotion, but an older fragrance mist. And this is a warm, musky sandalwood scent with a smoky, toasted quality and a creamy vanilla sweetness. It's a really great fall scent, and if you missed out on it, the new Cozy Vanilla Bourbon has some similarity, and you can watch my review on the Soft Living Vanillas collection for more detail on that one. Then I have Autumn Drive from last year's Road Trip collection, which has notes of wild raspberry, warm amber, and vanilla birch. And this is a raspberry scent with a soft woodiness. And the raspberry isn't sharp or tart. It's sweet and it has a hint of a candied quality. I think this scent is really warm and cozy, and it has an almost powdery feel. I really love the mix of raspberry, woods, and warmth, and I've been waiting to pull this out for fall. Next is Champagne Apple and Honey, with notes of crisp apple, sparkling champagne, jasmine honey, and autumn woods. And this is the 2022 version. And it smells like fresh apple cider with a bit of a sparkling quality. It has a light floral note and a hint of honeyed sweetness, and I think it's an easy-to-wear, fruity scent. This is currently available in different packaging, and I recently reviewed that new version as well. And last for Bath & Body Works, I have Sugared Cherry Crisp, which has notes of cherries, graham cracker crumbs, and vanilla sugar. And I pulled this out recently to test against some other scents, and it made me want to wear it again, as I haven't for a long time. This is a sweet, gourmand cherry scent with a sugary quality. It's really delicious, and I actually like the graham cracker note when I don't usually like baked goods types of scents. The new Everlasting Magic I showed earlier has some similarity to this, but I do like Sugared Cherry Crisp more. And moving on to perfumes, first I have The Only One Too from Dolce & Gabbana, which has top notes of blackberry, freesia, and pear, mid notes of violet, coffee, and rose, and base notes of tonka bean, patchouli, and ambery woods. And this is a very fruity scent with dark berries that leans toward cherry. It has a powdery floral and a distinct rose, as well as a warm ambery feel. I don't get much of the coffee note, but it does have some sweetness and a bit of a soapy quality. I haven't really worn this one much, so I wanted to pull it out and give it another try. Next is Modern Muse Le Rouge Gloss from Estee Lauder, and this has notes including sour cherry, pink pepper, rose, honey, vanilla, saffron, and patchouli. And this is a dark cherry scent with a bit of a smoky quality. It has some spice from the saffron, as well as a soft honeyed sweetness. This is unfortunately discontinued, but it does have some similarity to Kayali's Le Fest Burning Cherry. Then I have Jo Malone's Scarlet Poppy, with key notes of ambrette, scarlet poppy, and tonka bean. And this is a powdery floral with an almondy quality and a creamy vanilla sweetness. It has a bit of a gourmand feel, but it's not overly sweet, and there is a bit of an earthiness to it as well. I always forget to reach for this, but when I do, I'm reminded of how beautiful it is. Jo Malone considers this an intense fragrance, so it's a bit stronger than some of their other scents. Next is Eden Juicy Apple from Kayali, which has key notes of juicy red apple, lychee, wild berries, jasmine, vanilla flower, and sensual musk. And this is a juicy, sweet apple scent with some tart fruit mixed in. It has a light floral, as well as a syrupy, sugary sweetness, and overall, it feels fresh and a bit woody. This is one of my least worn Kayali scents, so I wanted to pull it out, and I think it should be nice for fall. And last for this shelf is Rose Ardente from Givenchy, with keynotes of black caviar rose, chili pepper, and patchouli. But it also has amber, honey, and vanilla. And this is from the L'Atelier line that Givenchy discontinued. And it's a jammy, spicy rose scent with a warm, ambery quality. It has a nice honeyed sweetness in addition to vanilla, and the rose is definitely the star. So that's it for the bottom shelf, and now I'll go ahead and move on to the upper shelf. And up on this top shelf, I'm going to start with my Victoria's Secret body care. First up is Rouge Elixir, with notes of red currant and almond creme. And this scent is a nice mix of the sharp red currant and sweet almond. I thought that the entire Elixir collection that this came in was really nice. The scents have a perfumey quality, and the packaging is also really sleek and appealing. Rouge Elixir was my favorite scent in the collection, and I'm excited to wear it some more. Next is Berry Spill, which has notes of juicy strawberry, blood orange, and blonde woods. And this is from the recent Fuchsia Fantasy collection, and I've been looking forward to pulling this out. It has juicy strawberry and bright orange, and the fruit has a very sweet, candied feel. The strawberry is more prominent than the orange, and I feel like the woods are bringing additional sweetness, as well as a kind of clean feeling. Then I have Pure Seduction Luxe from last year's Luxe collection, and this has notes of Posh Violet, Strawberry Nectar, and Regal Plum. And this is a sweet strawberry candy scent with powdery violet and some dark plum. I feel like it has a woody quality that's similar to scents like Sol de Janeiro Trosa 68 and Burberry Her. It feels a bit dark and elevated with the powdery quality and plum, and I found myself wanting to reach for this. Next is Apple Dream from VS Pink, with notes of Golden Delicious Apple, Gloss Candy Coating, and Autumn Amber. And this is from the current Pink Fall collection, and it's a crisp, fresh apple scent with a candy sweetness that sort of smells like a Jolly Rancher. It's very sweet, but more syrupy than sugary, and it has a tartness to it as well. And I also get a bit of a warm, almost spicy quality from the amber. It's basically a sweet candy apple scent, and I think it feels very fall appropriate. And then I have Intense from the VS Perfume line, which has notes of Plum Noir, Forbidden Apple, and Coconut Praline, but I think it also has saffron, coconut, and a floral note as well. And this is a sweet yet spicy candy apple scent with some dark plum and woods. The coconut adds a milky quality, while the praline adds a caramelly vanilla sweetness. I wish that VS hadn't discontinued this, as it's a really nice scent, and it's in my favorites from their perfume line. And moving back to perfumes, first I have Nirvana Rose from Elizabeth & James, which has simple notes of rose, geranium, and vetiver. And this was my favorite scent from the Nirvana line, which I believe is fully discontinued now. The combination of rose and geranium is spicy and feels dark, and it has a woody, earthy quality as well. There's not much sweetness, and I think this is more suited for evening wear. Think of a dark gothic rose, and you basically have Nirvana rose. Next is La Nuit Trésor Intense from Lancôme. And this has a top note of damask rose, a mid note of sour cherry, and base notes of almond milk, Madagascar vanilla, and woody notes. And this is a sweet, heavy rose scent with dark cherry. The almond milk adds more of a powdery than nutty quality, and there's a soft woodiness to it as well. It has a really nice vanilla sweetness, and I'm not sure why Lancôme never released this in the US. I love dark cherry scents in the fall, so I wanted to add this to the tray as well. Then I have Wonderstruck Enchanted from Taylor Swift, with notes of wild berries, sugar-glazed petals, creamy flowers, and sensual woods. And this is an oldie but a goodie that I haven't reached for in a while, and I do prefer this one over the original Wonderstruck. It's all sweet berries and sugary vanilla, and it has a candied quality. It's a bit creamy, and the floral note is very subtle. And I don't love the bottle, but I do enjoy the scent, and it feels a bit nostalgic for me as I used to wear this a lot. My bottle is pretty old, but it still smells good. Next I have Tom Ford Lost Cherry, and this has keynotes of black cherry, tonka bean, and almond, but also has liqueur, rose, jasmine, and woods. And I don't pull this one out too much as it's crazy expensive, but it's one of my favorite fragrances. I love cherry scents, and there's a reason that everyone tries to dupe this. It's a delicious, boozy, almondy cherry with amaretto liqueur. It has a syrupy cherry sweetness as well as a powdery quality, and I'm so excited to wear it again. And finally, I have the Victoria's Secret Rose Caramel Body Lotion and Perfume, which has notes of caramel, rose, and jasmine. And this was from a limited collection of rose scents that VS had for a little while. I love the bottle, which is similar to the new Tease line. The scent is like fresh, dark rose petals drizzled with caramel, and it's not overly sugary and has some creaminess as well. This is a really beautiful scent, and it would be nice if it made a reappearance at some point. So that's it for my September fragrance tray. I'm looking forward to wearing a lot of these sweet, woody, rose, and dark fruity scents. So far, using these fragrance trays is really helping me use up more body care, as well as making it easier to quickly grab a scent for the day or for bedtime, without having to spend so much time deciding what to wear. Let me know your thoughts on my selections and what you plan to wear this fall. Thank you for watching. I hope that you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.